Well, happy day after Super Bowl, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well on this Monday. It is Monday afternoon. Today is February the 10th. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all something. 10 days into Black History Month, we have experienced probably one of the blackest days ever yesterday at the Super Bowl. Now, I know that not everybody watches football. I get it. It's not for everybody. Grew up on it. I love it. I'm a fan of the game. Love the Super Bowl. It's always a big deal. However, yesterday, y'all, a lot happened at the Super Bowl. Not only did the Philadelphia Eagles demolish, and I mean embarrass, the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, let's acknowledge that. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles fans, the city of Philadelphia. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. That was, I mean, they didn't even make it close. They said, look, the Philadelphia Eagles did what you have to do whenever you're dealing with cheating referees. You don't leave it in their hands. You remove all doubt. You don't go for the decision, you go for the knockout. And that's what the Philadelphia Eagles did. So shout out to the Philadelphia. I mean, that was just impressive. All right. But I know you're saying, Native, what do you mean one of the blackest days ever? Well, that is what we are going to get into momentarily. But first, the first thing that I want to do is acknowledge my people that came to hang out with me on a Monday afternoon. First up, I have Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. My Ty is also in the building. She says, hi, Native and Tribe. Hello, My Ty. I got Black but Not Bitter. My hero is here with flames in the chat. Sanders RN also here with flames in the chat. Jet Black Straight says Native and Tribe and says hello to everyone. Ray of Sun says, Native, what's your thoughts on Dot's halftime performance? Before we get into Umar's nonsense, Ray of Sun, the one thing that you will know about Native Tribe is that I'm very intentional. So believe it or not, Ray of Sun, Dot's halftime performance and Umar's nonsense go together. Okay? So we're going to tie both of those things together, Ray of Sun. Give me a minute and we'll get there, okay? Justin's mom is here and says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, Justin's mom. Miss 215 says, hey, Native and Tribe, the Eagles spanked those Chiefs ass. And yes, Miss 215, your Eagles did their thing. Now, Miss 215, celebrate, okay? Enjoy. But just know this, my New Orleans Saints are going to hire your offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, as our new head coach. So next season, Miss 215, I don't know. I feel that who that spirit coming up. I feel that we ain't gonna be laughing. We ain't gonna be the laughing stock no more, Miss 215. But as of right now, congratulations to your team. Congratulations to your city. Y'all did the thing last night. Rizzy Rozzy is here and says, good afternoon, Native and Tribe. Hello, Rizzy Rozzy. How are you? Andrea is here, and she has flames in the chat. I got Ray Della Lewis in the house. Says, I'll be in the bushes as I will be driving. We'll drive safely, Ray Della Lewis. Chanel Heslop is here. She says, hey, Tribe. Hello, Chanel. How are you? The one, the only Dimples Bumples 504 in the house. She says, happy Monday, Native, Mods, and Tribe. Legacy Moon is in the building. Legacy Moon says, hello, Native and Tribe. How you doing, Legacy Moon? Let's see. Who else is here? I got Ms. Nisi in the house. Hello, Ms. Nisi. How are you? Let's see. Rainbow got them Eagles in here. Yes, indeed. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't see that coming. I wanted them to win. I did not think that it would be I didn't think it was going to be just that the the damn Chiefs wouldn't score or catch up or anything. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but yeah, Rainbow, they did their thing. Minded business is here. She says, "Good afternoon, Native and Tribe." High minding business. Jay Blake is also in the building. She says, "Hey," and has flames in the chat. Kimmy K is here. Kimmy K said, "Happy Monday, listening while working. Hope you are having a good day at work." Chick-fil-A gal is here as well. She says, "Hey, everyone." Irie Vibes also here, says, "Happy Monday. Napping again since I woke up at 3. My goodness. My. Who else is here? Queen Black is also here. She says, "Hi, everyone." Chick-fil-A gal said, "Won me a cool $300 off them Eagles." Thank you. Chick-fil-A girl, you put your money on the right team. Miss Boogie Down says, "Good afternoon, Native and Tribe." Hello, good afternoon to you. Sakina Al-Salifa says, has flames in the chat and also put them Eagles in the chat. Okay. All right. I see a lot of y'all was on the Eagle side. Where my Chiefs fans at? I know I had a few. Good. Leo Lady 251 says, "Good afternoon, Native and Tribe." And I think everyone is here and accounted for. Now, I'm going to answer your question. If you say, "Native, what do you mean yesterday was one of the blackest days?" And when I say black, I don't mean sad. I mean black as in black people, African Americans, whatever you want to call us. We had a good day yesterday at the Super Bowl. Now, my friend V. Lenore had a anti-Super Bowl live yesterday. Okay. And I get it. Not everybody watches football. You want something else to do, she provided you with something else to do. But let me just tell you how yesterday was one of the blackest days. And as a black man, I could not have been any prouder than what happened yesterday. So we had the national anthem sung by, let's see, okay, black woman, black performer. She was amazing. America the Great, sung by John Batiste. New Orleans native, black, blackity black. Okay. We had a city in Philadelphia, a bastion of black people, black pride. If I'm not mistaken, the Million Woman March was where? Philadelphia. And where was the game played at? A city that I know and love very well. Another bastion of black culture, Creole culture, Haitian culture. We get down with the second line. We have black food. We have black people. That city, of course, that the game was played in, New Orleans, Louisiana. Yes, indeed. Now let's go into the game, y'all. Who was invited to the game except the president of the United States, who just happens to be Donald Trump, an avowed racist? Oh, but that did not keep the ancestors from showing out yesterday, y'all, because guess what? Kendrick Lamar was the halftime show. And you're probably saying, "Well, Native, what does that have to do with Donald Trump being there and avowed racists being there? What does that have to do with it?" Well, let me tell you what it has to do with it. What it has to do with it is that Kendrick Lamar came out with Samuel L. Jackson, who just probably is, in my opinion, and in most people's opinion, probably the blackest actor in Hollywood. And how was Samuel L. Jackson dressed? As Uncle Sam. You see what they did there? Uncle Sam. See, he's Uncle Sam, Samuel L. Jackson. He had on his red, white, and blue, and he introduced Kendrick Lamar as he comes out. And what does Kendrick Lamar proceed to do? What did Kendrick Lamar proceed to do? He brought out his black dancers, and they formed the United States flag. They performed the United States flag, but you know what else they did? They divided the flag to show America's division. Kendrick Lamar then proceeded, as he had his dancers who were dressed in red, white, and blue. He then proceeded to look up at the President of the United States of America, to look into the camera full of MAGA supporters who he knew were going to destroy him, who he knew were going to be upset, who he knew were going to criticize him. And you know what he said when he looked at Donald Trump? A very arrogant, unapologetically racist man. You know what he did when he looked into that camera? He said, "Be humble." You know what he told America at that point? He said, "Be humble." Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's what he did, y'all. That's what he did. I ain't making none of this up. You can go back and watch it. He looked them in the face and said, "Be humble." Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That happened. I saw it with my own eyes. Samuel L. Jackson made several different appearances within this performance. One of which times he said, "Mr. Lamar, do you not know how to play the game?" In other words, as he's dressed in his red, white, and blue garb representing the United States, he is telling Kendrick Lamar, an unapologetically black man, that you need to stay in line. You're too loud. You're too ghetto. Do y'all see what this man was doing during this halftime show? Do y'all see what he was doing during that halftime show? Samuel L. Jackson, representing America, was trying to chastise Kendrick Lamar, who represented us. Okay? I can't make this stuff up, Melanin Monroe. I can't. Chick-fil-A gal, I ain't making none of this up. All this happened last night, and oh, you should have seen the look on my face. As Kendrick Lamar said, "Okay, I'm going to play the songs that they want. I'm going to slow it down." He brought SZA out. They did Luther, one of my favorite songs on this GNX album. They did All the Stars. See, those are the songs that they wanted, see. But then after they got done with that, Kendrick Lamar said, "I'm going to play the song that they like. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play the song that they want to hear." Mm-hmm. Then proceeded to do Not Like Us. Killed it. I don't know how Drake is going to survive doing anything because the boy can't make no more records. The boy can't make no more records. I don't know who would buy a Drake record right now. I have no idea. Okay. Kendrick then proceeded to close his show with the words "game over." Now let me go back to the beginning of the performance. Now y'all might be thinking he was talking about the Super Bowl. When Samuel L. Jackson said the American game, y'all might have thought he was referencing the Super Bowl, but he wasn't. He was talking about this political game that people are playing right now. If you all will remember, those of you who saw the performance, you'll remember that there was a tic-tac-toe game going on before Kendrick came out. Okay. Kendrick Lamar then proceeds at the end of his performance with "Game Over." Game over. Mm-hmm. Now we can talk about the fact that SZA, former girlfriend of Drake, was on the stage with Kendrick. We can talk about probably one of my favorite moments of the entire night, which was Serena Williams' ex-girlfriend of Drake, crip walking to the song dissing her ex. When I tell you epic with a capital E, when I tell you epic with a capital E. Mm-hmm. Kimmy K, go to YouTube. When we get done from this, I invite everybody, Kimmy K, anybody that didn't catch all these things, go to YouTube and look up Kendrick Lamar halftime. It's there. It's right there. And Kimmy K, what I really want you to pay attention to is the blackness that was on display on that stage. The blackness that was on display on that stage. Kendrick had these guys from the hood with the gold teeth shining, hanging out on lampposts. It was a block party on that stage. I want you to pay attention to the American symbolism, the red, white, the blue. But I really want you to look at as much as Kendrick had a pointed message to Drake, I want you to pay attention to the message to America. Okay? Because that is where we won. See, we can sit in our echo chambers and we can talk about Trump and we can do all these things, right? We can talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. We can talk about Elon Musk. We can talk about all the people. But see, our echo chambers, our bubbles, nothing is heard outside of them. But what Kendrick Lamar did last night, he sent a message that cannot be denied. He sent a message outside the bubble, and it was heard, and they hated it. See, that's how you know we won. You know we won because they hated it. Yeah. Yeah. Texas Toy. That's my dog. And look, and I'm gonna tell you something. Before we started this podcast, y'all know I love vinyl. I love my records. I got my record player. And just so happened, and this is all purely coincidence, right before we got on this here live, my GNX Kendrick Lamar 12-inch album, my vinyl, was delivered. So as soon as we get done, I am throwing it on my turntable and we're going to squabble up. So, Ms. Boogie Down, you're right. Black excellence. There were a lot of people that didn't like the performance and said Lil Wayne should have performed. But I want y'all to think about it like this. We clown Snoop Dogg, we clown Rick Ross, we clown Nelly because they performed for Donald Trump. I want y'all to think about it like this. Lil Wayne is a Trump supporter. What would have been the difference? Because I got people that clowned them but wanted Lil Wayne. What would have been the difference between Lil Wayne performing and Snoop Dogg performing? Both of them are Trump supporters. The only difference would have been the venue. One would have been performing in front of Trump in New Orleans, and the others performed in DC for Trump. So K-Dot, Kendrick, whatever you want to call him, came out and delivered a message, but it wasn't the same message that Snoop Dogg and Nelly sent to Trump, which is that we can be bought. See, we've been sold, but now we can be bought. Now, Kendrick Lamar looked dead into the president's face and said, be humble. Kendrick Lamar took that microphone, and not only did he tell Drake that he wasn't like us, he told Donald Trump, you not like us. He told MAGA, they not like us. He let them know that there is a distinction. And that is what happened last night. Kendrick Lamar leaves, and then one of the blackest cities in America won the Super Bowl. And you know who won the MVP? If you want, after everything I just said, you want to know who won the MVP? A black quarterback. Hello? Hello? I'm just saying, mind the business, you right. You right, mind the business. Now look, now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I gave y'all the summary, all right? We can do a whole other thing on the whole performance, but I gave y'all a summary. But mind in business, this is important to point out, okay? The dancers were bent over during the flag formation, showing that this country was built on the backs of black folks. Absolutely. See, it was deep, and the people that didn't like it are the people that just want to dance. The people that don't want to think. Those are the people that said, oh, this was whack. They should have got Wayne. They should have got anybody else. I was bored. Oh my God. I saw a lot of that when I went on Facebook. But sometimes the medicine that you need doesn't always taste the best. Sometimes the medicine that heals you is not always the medicine that tastes the best. I got some Luden's cough drops. If you know anything about Luden's cough drops, you know they taste great. But if you know anything about Luden's cough drops, you also know that it takes them a long time to work, right? I need some Halls, but I don't want to taste no Halls, okay? Sometimes we need a Kendrick Lamar to come and wake us up, shake us up, let us know that there is still hope. Let us know that the movement has not stopped. See, that's what Kendrick did. Kendrick got on that stage. He took that moment and blew it up. That is what Kendrick did. Absolutely a moment of cultural significance last night. Absolutely. Rhea's son said Peekaboo performed on the X just after Sam Jack said one life lost is about extinction. Forgery stole his flow, then rapped about his unaliving as a joke. Allegedly, Forgery had a hand in it. Yes, Rhea's son. So, again, there's so much, right? There's so much, right? And this is one of those things. You're right. Peekaboo was about X extension. I think I'm saying his name right. But yes, that is correct. hmm And that did happen. So look, y'all, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. Virgo Cali, you should be Cali proud. You should be. You absolutely should be. Vesey Jules said, "Happy Monday. We need more Kendrick, less Snoop." I can't agree with you more. I can't agree with you more. Magic City's finest says Lil Wayne is a shell of his former self. Kendrick was the best singer rapper to perform at this very pivotal time in history. Let me tell you something. Two of the most revolutionary people in music have two of the most revolutionary halftime shows in Super Bowl histories, and that's Prince, who had a literal revolution, right? And then Kendrick Lamar, who is leading this cultural and musical revolution, right? I had literally given up on rap before I heard Kendrick Lamar and before I heard Childish Gambino, right? I was done with it. I was like, this is just ridiculous. But the revolution has, he's brought it back. He's breathed life back into this genre, right? And they got in front of, and both of those men got on these stages and just literally did world changing music in both of their shows. But if I bring it back to last night, y'all, my, 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 my. There are times when you are proud to be Black. This was one of those times, y'all. This was absolutely one of those times. Now, that being said, okay. That being said, y'all, hold on, what now? Hold on. Texas Toy said Don Lemon was there last night and he noted that Don Jr. went to the after party. He said the rappers were excited to see Don Jr., but not the athletes. God. Oh my God. Anyway. Listen, y'all. So now, as I explained earlier, Ray of Sun, we are going to get into Dr. Umar's foolishness. Now, here's how it ties together. All right. Let me show y'all something real quick. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all this. And I want y'all to see this. And oh, this is not what I wanted you to see. Hold on. This is not what I wanted you to see at all. Hold on. Why is this doing this? Let's take that down. Let's try that again. This worked. Now it's not working. Why did it do that? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me one quick second. Okay. Let's try this. See if this works. Nope. It moved it again, but I can just do that. Okay. Now, this is Kendrick Lamar and his fiance. I do not know her name. All right. I don't. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a big celebrity person. I know that's Kendrick, and I know that's the woman he is yeah, no, Villanor. I'm not sleeping on it. I'm not sleeping on it, okay? All right. I know you're a Michael Jackson fan, okay? We are not here to debate this right now, V. Lenore, okay? But you're all right. Whitney's great. Yeah, they were all good. But I'm gonna tell y'all that Prince and what we saw last night, Michael was good now, V. Lenore, okay? I'm giving Michael his props. But here's what we're talking about today. All right. This woman on the screen is Kendrick Lamar's fiance. This is the woman that he wants to marry. Now, this woman is a light-skinned African American woman. She is mixed, but she is light-skinned, and we all know how this goes, right? Okay. Now, This is Whitney? Okay. Thank you. Whitney and Kendrick are engaged. Okay. That's right, my child. We know how this goes, right? I don't think they're married. I think, from what I understand, that's his fiance. From what I understand, okay. This is what she looks like. All right. Now, okay, Villanor. Okay, Michael was still the first to do it big. Understand. All right. Villanor is in the building, y'all. Just so y'all know. Villanor is in the building, okay? All right. Now. Excuse me, y'all. Villanor makes me laugh. She does. Listen, this is who he's engaged to, right? Now, keep this in mind. Right, Ray of Sun, her mom is biracial, her dad is black. So Ray of Sun, this would mean that she is a black woman, right? Here, see what I'm saying? Y'all see why Villanor makes me laugh? You see? I don't know who's a bigger Michael Jackson fan, Villanor, you or Shay B, because Shay B loves some Michael Jackson now. That is, yeah. But both of y'all Michael Jackson fans. But anyway, now we're gonna get into Dr. Umar. Okay. So this is what his fiance looks like. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna get into some Dr. Umar. Y'all gonna see why the name of this series is Ignorance in Real Time. Now this Art of Dialogue interview is from a month ago, before we had this epic showing last night. This was from a month ago. Sat down and asked Dr. Umar why he don't listen to the music of Kendrick Lamar. Wait till y'all hear this.
How you feel about Drake suing his own label over Not Like Us? You heard about that?
As far as Drake's lawsuit against Universal Music Group, which is one of the 6 largest entertainment companies in the world, and I think Universal is the single largest music company in the world. But first of all, I have to say this to put it in context. I don't listen to Kendrick's music. I don't listen to Drake's music. And it's not because...
Okay, listen. As Mr. Crazy Man gets ready to explain to you, okay? He's about to explain to you why he does not listen to Kendrick's music and to Drake's music, okay? As if anybody cares what Dr. Umar listens to, right? Okay, so that's where we are. He's going to explain to you, okay, why. Maybe I revives, but I think you'll find it interesting what he's about to say. Look at the look on his face. Look at the look on his face. And you know something crazy is about to be said, right? Right? You can tell. You can tell. It is Lunar Brain Fireheart. Hello, Lunar Brain Fireheart. Welcome. Yeah, listen, y'all. I want y'all to hear this and make it make sense.
Because of anything against Kendrick or Drake, I don't listen really to nobody from this generation. Like I'm still listening to my Tupac. I'm still listening to my Naughty by Nature, my Big Daddy Kane, my Public Enemy, my KRS-One.
Okay.
Even R&B. I'm still listening to 90s and 2000s R&B.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of this generation's music.
Okay.
So I can...
He's not a fan of this generation's music. All right. Okay. Now, I want you all to make note of one particular person that he still listens to, and that is Tupac. Tupac is who I want y'all to pay attention. That's who he listened to. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Them folks, he would. He would. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Magic City's finest, yes, I get it to a certain degree too. I don't listen to Lil Yachty, Lil whoever, or Young whoever. I don't listen to them people either. But I want you to follow his logic and tell me, does it make sense? Okay. Shark Tank Life. Shark Tank Life say they know where I'm going. Okay, watch this.
Only go off their personality. I think Kendrick has a wonderful personality. He seems like a wonderful dude, a great guy. So here's my question.
Okay.
I would have the same question for Kendrick Lamar's fiance as I would have for Travis Hunter's girlfriend.
Okay. Because none of these people asked his opinion about who they're marrying or dating or anything. But okay, Omar, go ahead.
Because as you know, Art, I'm fair across the board.
He's fair across the board, y'all. Remember that. He's fair across the board. All right.
I don't cut nobody no slack.
Nobody. He cuts nobody no slack. All right. He's good with the double negatives. He cuts nobody no slack. Nobody no. Okay. All right, Dr. Umar, your doctorate wasn't in English. I get it, but okay, not a problem. Let's go. Let's go.
Rules are the rules. The principles are the principles. So the question I would ask Travis Hunter's girlfriend, or Travis Hunter for that matter, is the same question I would ask Drake's fiance, or Drake for that matter. Does your fiance, Kendrick's fiance?
Yeah, okay, he has a problem, y'all. He can't keep Drake and Kendrick straight through this whole interview. Okay, so this is going to happen a lot. Okay, so just so you know, he cuts nobody no slack. Nobody gets slack. Cuts nobody any slack would have been a better way to put that. But you know, hey, whatever. Let's listen. Let's listen. Let's listen.
For that matter, I would ask Kendrick, does your mixed race fiance identify as a Black woman on a full-time basis?
Okay.
And if brother Kendrick, who I love and respect, Drake, I love and respect y'all. This ain't no.
Don't listen to their music. Loves and respects them. Okay. Is his hands in his pocket bothering anybody else except me? Is it just me? Is it just me? Okay. All right.
It's no issue. But if Kendrick tells me that his fiance does not identify as a Black woman on a full-time basis, then he is a bunny hopper and I cannot listen to his music.
Now, don't y'all find that interesting? There's several interesting things about this, right? Thank you, Virtual Center. Take your hands out your pocket. Several things about this. Okay. The one thing is the obvious. Who cares whether or not Umar Johnson listens to Kendrick Lamar? Who cares? Like, is it bothering Kendrick Lamar? When you all saw him on that stage last night, did he look worried or concerned that Umar Johnson doesn't listen to his music? Like, and that being said, what would motivate Kendrick Lamar to want to disclose to this man that his girlfriend lives as a Black woman 24/7 when we know the woman that we saw in this society is considered a Black woman, right? Why does that make a difference to this man? I don't know. Why does he have this sense of importance that he thinks that Kendrick Lamar owes him an explanation? Y'all, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Right? He thinks that this man owes him an explanation. Otherwise, forget all the millions of streams and downloads he has. Forget all the tours that he's on. Forget all the shows. Forget all the accolades. Forget the fact that he just performed at the Super Bowl. No. Kendrick Lamar. Somebody please get a note to Kendrick Lamar that immediately and expeditiously you need to report to Umar Johnson and explain your dating situation, your fiance situation, your wife situation. Otherwise, this man with his hands in his pocket in what appears to be a too small shirt underneath this jacket is not going to listen to your music. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what we're talking about right here. Now, Dr. Umar says that this is the rule. You cannot date, be with, have sex with a white woman and he listened to your music. It doesn't work. You are what he calls Magic City's finest. He calls them a bunny. Okay. My Black is Beautiful says, who is this dude? Listen, My Black is Beautiful. This is Dr. Kendrick. I'm saying Kendrick. This is Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson is a wannabe Black intellectual. Dr. Umar Johnson is one of the most ignorant people walking the planet. Okay. It's one of those things where when you get on the internet and you put on some African robes and a dashiki and you talk about the motherland, that people think that you're intelligent and that you know what you're talking about, and Umar Johnson does not. He's been trying to open up a school for the last, I don't know how many years. He raised some money. People believed in him. The school ain't open. And now people trying to figure out what the hell going on with the school. What's happening with the school, Umar Johnson? Shouldn't you be somewhere right now with your tight shirt trying to make it happen? So that's who that is. That's a summary. Now, My Black is Beautiful. I highly recommend, if you really want to be entertained, you look him up and hear some of his ridiculous things that he says on a regular basis. So this, Irie Vibes, don't point out the Kookaburras. We'll be here all day. So, that being said, Talks with TK. He mentioned that he still listens to Tupac. Now, I'm going to call some hypocrisy on this. And the reason why, Dr. Umar, and usually people with doctorates, people that have doctor in front of their name, they do a little research, right? They do a little research. Now, Kendrick Lamar is engaged to a light-skinned Black woman, biracial, right? In this society, we consider her Black. She's a part of the tribe, y'all. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur dated Madonna, a very, 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 very white woman, from 1993 to 1995. They kept it under wraps. It wasn't a big public thing, but it was confirmed that Tupac and Madonna did date. Dr. Umar, you can't listen to Tupac no more. The rules are the rules, remember? Bunny hopping, remember? So as Anthony Anderson's stunt double is going to try to explain further, just know that he did not do his due diligence when it came to Tupac. I think it was the very first rapper that he mentioned. He said he listened to Public Enemy. I wonder, has he reached out to Flavor Flav, the hype man for Public Enemy, and asked him to explain Bridget Nielsen, a very, 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 very white woman. Now remember, y'all, the rules is the rules. Texas Toy, I have just identified this woman to Dr. Umar. She is a very, 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 very white woman. Okay? Very. I'm just saying. Luna Brain Fireheart said, and Pac was engaged to Quincy Jones' daughter, whose mother is white. Umar, what you doing? You're listening to Bunny Hopper music. Umar, bruh, you got to do better, man. You got to do better. Talks with TK say Bridget Nielsen was definitely from the Caucasus Mountains. So Flavor Flav. Remember him? Dr. Umar? He's in the group. He's in the group. He's a bunny hopper. He's a bunny hopper. Umar, are you gonna stop listening to your you gonna stop listening to your Public Enemy? I'm just asking. I'm just asking, okay? Look at here. My Black is Beautiful is now a member of the tribe. Thank you so much for joining the tribe today on this Monday, February the 10th. My Black is Beautiful. Everybody, welcome the newest member of the tribe. My Black is Beautiful. Now, look, when you come in, if you're going to put your feet up, the only thing I ask is that you take your shoes off first. But everybody, welcome My Black is Beautiful to the tribe. Look, y'all. Mixtures Monica says Umar is just an online beggar. He doesn't have a job. Did he beg for that jacket? I'm just saying. Because if he did, he could have begged for maybe one size bigger. I'm just saying. Texas Toy said Flavor Flav got a hop with whoever will allow it. I can see that. But look, Texas Toy, it's not about Flavor Flav. It's about Umar Johnson saying that he listens to these people and he did his research. Because, see, he can't listen to Kendrick Lamar unless Kendrick Lamar explains to him, and I don't know if this needs to be an email, I don't know if this needs to be a letter, I don't know what needs to happen, but I just think that it's funny that he needs to explain to him whether or not this woman identifies as a Black woman all day, every day. That's what the man said. Salt and Pepper Trust says Umar needs to hop his ass off the corner of the flat earth. Yeah, Ducky Dexter says, well, my Black history tells me that if you're 1% Black, you are considered Black. So what is he talking about? He's talking about identity. He does not want this woman to walk around unless she says every 5 minutes I'm Black. He wants her to walk around, and y'all say her name Whitney. He wants everybody to walk around and say, hello, my name is Whitney and I'm Black. Otherwise, he ain't listening to Kendrick Lamar's music. Now, I really don't understand why that's important. At the top of this show, the very beginning, the first, 30 minutes or so, we talked about the symbolism. We talked about the boldness of Kendrick's performance. We talked about the fact that he looked into the camera, looked at MAGA, looked at Donald Trump, and said, "Be humble." The symbolism of America being built on the back of Black people, the American flag being divided, the American flag being comprised of Black men, right? This was Kendrick's performance. We talked about all the symbolism, everything that he was saying to America. Dr. Umar Johnson should have been, if he is who he says he is, right? He should be proud. But if y'all know this man, if y'all have seen him around the internet, if y'all have heard him say any words, you know for a fact that he wasn't. You know for a fact that probably in the next day or so, I would imagine, he's going to have something negative to say about that performance. It's counterintuitive to who he says he is. But contradictions is what Dr. Umar does. Texas Toy said, Dr. Umar said the name Whitney is too close to Whitey. That's probably what he will say. That's probably what the next Art of Dialogue, the interview, that's probably what he's going to say. Rizzy Rozzy says, can we agree to let him off scot-free with those donations? He doesn't need to open any school. He really doesn't, but he need to get them people their money back. I'll tell you that. Ms. Fine once said, I remember I first came across Dr. Umar approximately 2 years ago, and he was discussing interesting subjects to the IEP program and how it really was directed towards Black children. There's, look, a broken clock can be wrong twice a day. He's unhinged when it comes to certain things, but he can be grounded when it comes to other things, which is why he maintains a following, right? He said some things of interest, but then he goes all the way left. Now, you know how I am about body language and things like that. Dr. Umar, when he is unscripted, has a tendency to look up and to his left. Okay. Now, as he's making these explanations about Drake and about Kendrick Lamar, who, by the way, I'm having a hard time understanding whether he listens to or not, and y'all will see what I'm saying in a second. Okay. But I want y'all to really see, how he handles some of this discussion. So watch this.
I can't. I didn't know. I thought she was Black because somebody told me she was Black. I thought I heard that before. But if it's crystal clear that she's biologically Black, is probably what they meant, Art. So Kendrick,
biologically Black. You know how like you can be biologic, like your biology can change, not your skin tone, not your melanin, your biology, biologically Black, biologically Black, blackity Black, Black biological. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Black. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Biologically, there's Black people, y'all. Mm-hmm. Dimples Wimples, we don't know what he's talking about. Ms. Fine one says, believe that married men should be responsible for more than just their own household because it helps other Black children to have stability with a responsible male adult. That's when he lost me. Yeah, you gotta be a dad to everybody. Like just walking down the street. Yeah, he has a literal understanding of village, Miss Fine One. Like it's a literal understanding of village. He thinks that it's just and even in villages they ain't do that shit. But you see a Black kid walking down the street. Not only do you take your kids to McDonald's, you take this unidentified Black child and you kidnap him and take him to McDonald's too. That's what you do. Okay. In Umar Johnson world. Y'all talking about open up a school. Y'all better hope he don't open up a neighborhood because y'all ain't never gonna see your kids again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I don't know. This man has a lot of followers, y'all. I don't know. But again, This is ignorance in real time, y'all. That's what this is. Danielle say he's so smart, he's stupid. Yes, he is. Them folks said while he's not really a dad to his kids and refuses to marry either of their mothers, a whole clown. Yep. I Revive say he didn't support his own kids. Bessie Jules said go around yelling at kids to pull their pants up and do their homework. Texas Toy said my kids look too multicultural, he'll leave them alone. Or Texas Toy, he'll ask you to explain how they identify, or else he's not going to listen to Kendrick Lamar's music. All right, let's listen to some more.
Kendrick Lamar's fiance is biologically black, but she doesn't identify full-time as a black woman, allegedly, then I can't listen to his music. I can't. We got to stop all this bunny hopping. Black people are at war. You saw what happened to Jordan Neely. You saw what happened to Sonia Massey. You see what's happening to black people all day. We can't afford this. We need our soldiers to be soldiers for the community. And no black man can be a soldier for the African race if he bunny hopping with a non-black woman.
Did y'all know African was a race? Did y'all know African was a race? Chanel Heslop in South Africa. Did you know that African was a race of people? This man puts doctor in front of his name. I'm just saying. Look, Shark Tank Life, I did too. I thought Africa was a continent, but this man said African race. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna let that sink in. Let that sink in. He didn't say African American, y'all. He didn't say black. He said African race. This man has doctor in front of his name. I just want y'all to understand that. Yeah. Chanel Heslop said, yeah, you are light skinned. I can tell by your picture. Say, I must prove my blackness. And listen, Chanel Heslop, if you don't prove your blackness to this man, he ain't gonna listen to Kendrick Lamar because we are at war. Chanel Heslop, it's war. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I'm just saying. My Ty said Dr. Umar says he's related to Frederick Douglass. Now, Mr. Douglas' second wife was not black. Shh. My Ty. Don't tell Umar that. Don't tell Umar that. My Lord, you will blow his mind. Shark Tank Life say, yeah, he doesn't need a school. Can you imagine going to get a job and they ask you where you graduated from? You got to put down on your job application the Umar Johnson School, Dr. Umar Johnson University, Dr. Umar Johnson middle school, finishing school, whatever. Lord have mercy. You'll never get a job. I know I would never hire you. I would not. Danielle, you're correct. And there are a lot of people who listen to the mess that spews out of his mouth. You are correct. And I think that it speaks to the fact that people crave leadership. People crave somebody they can look to as a leader, no matter how ridiculous the things they say are. That's how we got a Kevin Samuels. That's how we got this guy. You know, that's why people listen to Terrence Howard. You know, it's all about the appearance of leadership. Dr. Umar Johnson is not a leader. I think we can all agree with that. But like you said, Danielle, a lot of people listen. V. Lenore says, I don't have to prove nothing. I'm the blackest bitch in this chat. You got eyes. Y'all can see how black I am. Yes, we do have eyes. We do have eyes, V. Lenore, and yes, you are black. Yes, you are. Proud of you, V. Lenore. Proud of you. Nice icon, by the way. Nice icon. Yep. V. Lenore, y'all. V. Lenore. Blackest bitch in the chat. Okay. Don't start. Don't dimples wumples. Don't do this. Don't do this. No. Don't do this, dimples wumples, because if you do this, you will get V. Lenore started. Okay. Let's just, for the sake of Monday afternoon, she's the blackest bitch in this chat. Okay. Let's just agree to agree. Okay. Don't get her started. Don't get her started. Okay. All right. No, dimples wumples. No, we can't get. No. That's not. Texas Toy said, did I hear she went around calling black men the N-word? No, you didn't hear that. No, you didn't. You didn't. No. Black but not bitter says, amen to my melanin challenge, sister V. Lenore. Why are y'all trying to get her started in my chat? I don't know, Lord. I feel it coming. I feel V's hands on the keyboard right now. We'll see how this goes. Miss Boogie Down said it's always the light-skinned heifers having to prove how black they is. Miss Boogie Down, do not get V. Lenore started. This is a very sensitive topic for V. Lenore. Okay? It's a very sensitive topic. Let's listen to I already know she's typing some stuff, so I'm just gonna wait for the V. Lenore reply. I am. See, that's what I'm saying, Ari Vibes. She finna poke the bear. But V. Lenore, you are very black. You're very black, okay? You're very black. Very, very black. Blackity black.
So even if she has African ancestry, if one of those parents are black, if she don't identify full time, she's a snow bunny.
How do you identify full time? You wear a tag, you wear a nameplate. How exactly is Dr. Umar? Look at the look on his face, y'all. Look. How is Crazy Eyes proposing that somebody be black all the time and identify themselves in such a way? What does he want us to do? What does he want her to do? He don't live with her. He don't even know her. What exactly is he wanting her to do? To identify 24/7, all day, every day. And you could tell right now, he thinks he made a point. You can look at the look on his face and you could tell that he think he said something. He just had a drop the mic moment, right? Right, Danielle, he's serious. He is serious. V. Lenore says she ain't talking about me. I'm blackity black. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, V. Lenore. V. Lenore, one time I closed my eyes and I thought I saw you. That's how black you are. But it wasn't you. It was just the darkness of when I closed my eyes. That's how black V. Lenore is, y'all. Lord. Ducky Dexter says, okay, how does he identify full-time that he's a man? I have no idea. Maybe it's by that look on his face. Maybe when you look at that look on his face, that's how he identifies that he's always a man. I don't know. I'm just saying. Black but not bitter says, seems to be whatever she says would never be good enough for this man. And that's exactly the point. I mean, what else does she need to do? She is literally like engaged to a man who has been unapologetically black in every album that he has put out. Y'all go back and listen to DNA. Y'all go back and listen to that song. Y'all listen to Be Humble. Listen to the whole Good Kid, Mad City album and tell me that this man ain't black. You can't. And honestly and truly, that's all that should matter. But see, this man who puts doctor in front of his name, Dr. Umar Johnson, see, he's one of those people that's always going to have something, right? Like you say, black but not bitter. It's always going to be something with this guy. Something's always going to be wrong. Your black isn't his black, even though he doesn't take care of his children. Who gets stereotyped the most as being absentee fathers? Who? Black men. But see, he can do that, right? And it's okay. Kendrick Lamar cannot be married or engaged to this light-skinned woman because that's not good enough for him. And he ain't gonna listen to his music. Extra AF says, has the doctor done the 3-peating? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not now. We still got some time left. We still got some time left, but not yet. Rizzy Rozzy says, I'm blackety black, and I just bought my first. Hold on. You just bought your first what? Is that a pick last week when I did the big chop? Oh wow. Wow, Rizzy Rossi, sounds like you're going through a revolution. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's right, Villanova. Villanova put the fist up. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Talks with TK says, this panderer is really trying to shit on the most conscious rapper we have today. He is. He is. He really is. Yeah. That's why I picked this video for today. I picked this video for today to show that sometimes, if not most times, whenever we have a significant cultural experience, if you go back to Kendrick's album, he even says in Whacked Out Murals, everybody ain't gonna like you. But to me, there's a difference between everybody not liking you and people finding a reason to hate you, to hate on you, to hate on your success. This man said he's not going to listen to his album, not because he makes music that isn't conscious, not because he doesn't make culturally significant lyrics, not because his lyrics are nonsense, but because of the woman that he's engaged to. The woman that he's engaged to has not identified herself to him. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what's crazy? I don't know Black but Not Bitter. I don't know. He sounds awfully MAGA though. Look at him. Don't he look like one of them MAGA Negroes? Look at him. Extra F says usually when he does his own videoing so he can hypnotize y'all. That's not. It has not worked. It has not worked. Yes. Jay Blake said ignorance at its finest. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Ducky Dexter says crabs in the barrel syndrome. Yeah. I mean, it has to be, right? Because a month ago is let me see. So we're looking at January when this took place, this interview. And so we're talking about, GNX has been out for a few weeks. Album is taking off. Everybody's talking about Kendrick. Everybody's talking about Squabble Up. Everybody's talking about Luther. Everybody's talking about these songs that are on this album that are fantastic. And here he comes. Trying to give a reason not to support this man, right? Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says this man is always delinquent in child support. And I heard he has a child by a white woman. Yet he always wants to discuss the plight of Black people. Drake is part Jewish. Now, here's what I will point. Here's what I will point to. Rizzy Rossi says, key point to him, so to be considered Black, a light-skinned person has to be approved by Umar. Correct. That is his point, right? That is his point, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's interesting to me that he has made himself an authority, a spokesperson, the king of Black people, and you can only be Black with his approval. And if he doesn't get your approval, he's not going to listen to your record, even though the rest of us have been listening to his record. So let's listen to the rest of this, because what he's about to get into in a minute is the lawsuit that Drake filed against Universal Music Group. So let's listen to him. Let's get this still screen off before it burns into my monitor.
You know my rules. No rice, no ice, no spice, no sand, and no salsa. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But to your question. So again, Kendrick, Travis, I need clarity on the political identity of your women. Drake.
The political identity of your African race mates. He needs it. He needs it, Travis Hunter, and he needs it now, Kendrick Lamar. But see, look, Extra AF, look, she says Drake is considered Jewish because his mother is Jewish. I'm gonna give you the spoiler on this, okay? He doesn't bring that up at all. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. I know you was waiting on him to say it, but I'm gonna spoil it for you. He doesn't talk about that at all. All right. Yes, Lunar Brain, Fireheart, he is a whole clown. We're gonna do a lot of clowns this week. All right. You might as well call the Native Tribe Urban Media Show the circus, because this week we gonna get into some clowns. Yes, we are. Bring your popcorn. Bring your popcorn. Chanel Heslop. You know what's funny, Chanel Heslop? I can hear you saying this comment. Bruh, I'm blacker than you. Yeah, that's probably how you said it. That's probably how you said it. So but y'all listen, yeah.
I need clarity on your political identity. Now, to your question, Art. I believe Drake has a case. And I'm gonna tell you why I believe Drake has a case against the Universal Music Group.
Now, as you can tell by his eyes, okay, he's looking up, which means he's thinking. Okay, he's looking up, trying to form his idea. The reason he didn't start off answering the question about the lawsuit is because he has no idea. So as he looks up, he's thinking about what he's about to say to tie into his foundation of Blackness, his foundation. So he's thinking about this thing, and this is what he comes up with. Listen.
I believe Drake has a case, and I'm being fair because, like I said, I like Kendrick's personality. Disappointed he's a bunny hopper, but I like Kendrick as a person.
See how he has to come back to that? He's got to come back to the bunny hopper point. He's got to come back to liking his personality, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to show that that he's fair-minded, right? He likes his personality, disappointed that he's a bunny hopper. Oh, I'm sorry. A minor. Because see, to me, being attracted to young girls is way worse than than dating someone outside your race, which Kendrick is not doing. Okay. So he's trying to show that he's fair-minded. So he's trying to show, you know, that he's fair. He's a fair guy. And that Drake has a case. He's basing it on what exactly you're saying, and let's listen what he's basing it on.
I like Shannon Sharp's personality, but he's a bunny hopper. Okay, so with that being said, I think Drake has a case. It's nothing personal against Kendrick. I like him as a person. The reason I say Drake has a case, Drake is alleging that Universal Music Group is suppressing his music.
He's looking up. This is none of what he's saying is either fact-based or anything that he already knows. He's looking up, trying to find the answer to this question and maintain what he thinks is intelligence. Okay? Now, look at the way he's looking at this very moment in this shot. I want you all to know this is what he's going to do this entire rest of this answer. Okay? Watch this.
Suppressing his streams. They haven't been marketing him as strongly as they have been marketing Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick and Drake are both signed to labels that are subsidiaries of Universal Music Group. So that is a conflict of interest.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a conflict of interest, crazy man, because they're both independent artists. Excuse me. They're not political rivals. So the fact that this man believes that some kind of way two artists being signed to Universal Music Group, and because they don't like each other, it's a conflict of interest, should let you know that this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. I'm just saying. That alone. He said it's a conflict of interest. So if you have two artists that don't like each other, they have to be on completely separate labels, even though, to be completely honest with you, there is no way that Universal Music Group has a conflict when they're making money off of both artists. As much as Kendrick has indeed enjoyed success, if you look at the numbers on Spotify, Kendrick still has more plays than Kendrick Lamar, even to right now. The reason why is because Kendrick has been mainstream longer. Drake has been mainstream longer than Kendrick Lamar. Okay. So how is it a conflict when they're both making universal money? Just explain that. And exactly, Dr. Umar, what is the conflict? Because they don't like each other? No, them not liking each other is a personal conflict, and that happens in just about every business that exists. What job have you all ever been on where everybody likes each other? And what job have you ever been on where two people in the same department don't like each other and it becomes a quote unquote conflict of interest? This man doesn't understand what conflict of interest is. He only understands the word conflict. And this man has doctor in front of his name. Jesus. Lunar Brain Fireheart says, sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know anything about that. I don't think Dr. Umar Johnson knows how to say, I don't know anything about that. Extra AF say he's looking that way because he can't get up and look behind him while he pulls the answers out of his ass. Extra AF. I wasn't planning on lighting up the furnace today, but extra AF, you might have to go to the furnace. But I'm gonna let it slide, okay? Because we had a good time last night at Super Bowl, so I'm gonna let it slide today, okay? All right. But that was a very, very, very good comment. I will laugh momentarily. All right. Lunar Brain Fireheart says there's some folks in this team's chat I want to reach out and touch right now, right? But does that mean that there's a conflict of interest? I'm just saying. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's listen to him explain this. Look, this is going to be good. Not very long, but this is going to be good. Watch this.
That is a conflict of interest. You represent me and you represent my arch nemesis.
They're not arch nemesis. They're not cats and dogs. They're not the Bulls and the Celtics. They're not arch nemesis. They started out as friends, actually. Drake and Kendrick were friends. It was a friendly rivalry. Things got personal. It took a turn, and now they're beefing. That doesn't make them arch nemesis, as Mr. Dramatic is trying to make it sound. Okay? That's not what that means, Umar fucking Johnson. It doesn't mean that they're arch nemesis. He talks with TK. Y'all really trying to get the furnace. Y'all really trying to get the furnace? Talks with TK say he's sitting there looking like his ass stank, like he hasn't bathed. Between you and extra AF, I'm trying. Look, I'm just trying to go over this and then go about my Monday afternoon. And y'all are really trying to strike up the furnace. Let me try to read this again. Talks with TK says he's sitting there looking like his ass stank. He ain't bathed in a minute. Now that you see it, you can't unsee it. Talks with TK. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me try to get through this. All right. So, yeah, might as well, right? Talks with TK, might as well, right? Listen. Let's listen to him poorly explain the rest of this.
That's a conflict of interest. And if we are going to be honest, Art, and again, I don't listen to their music.
I don't listen to their music. He's going to let you know that several times. He's going to let you know the importance of him not listening to their music.
So I can't say if Kendrick's music is better than Drake's. I can't say Drake's music is better than Kendrick. They're both bunny hoppers, so I don't listen to them.
How many times does he have to say, look, extra AF, is this the 3-time thing you was talking about? Because, Lord, I'm tired of hearing him say this about the bunny hoppers. God, dog it. I wish he had not come up with that phrase. Oh, my God. Do not say bunny hoppers again, Jesus. Okay. But he's got to stress this, right? A fun drinking game would be to play this for your friends. And every time he say bunny hopper, you take a drink. That'd be fun. That would be fun.
But categorically and qualitatively speaking, I have heard Kendrick's Not Like Us a whole lot more since it dropped than I've heard Drake. And mind you,
he don't listen to the, okay, hold on now. How many times has he said to us and to Art of Dialogue that he don't listen to Kendrick Lamar's music? Right? All right. And what now?
Dropped than I've heard Drake.
Okay, so you've heard Kendrick Lamar more than you've heard Drake. If you don't listen to his, if you don't listen, I'm trying to get it out, y'all, because this is absolutely ridiculous. You don't listen to his music. You don't listen to the music. I'm so confused. But he's heard Kendrick Lamar more than he's heard Drake. So if you're telling me, Dr. Umar, that you have heard Kendrick Lamar more than you've heard Drake, how is that possible when you don't listen to either one of their music? Yes, Kendrick Lamar had a very popular song that's been played everywhere. I get that, but you're saying you've heard it in comparison more than you've heard a person that you don't listen to. Now, here's the other thing about that, Dr. Umar, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's the fact that Kendrick Lamar had a single that was very popular, right? If I have an investment in an artist and that artist is hot, that artist is everywhere, and there is demand for that artist, Spotify is being requested. Whenever you go to a restaurant or you go to a club where there's a DJ, everybody's going up to that DJ and they're saying, we want to hear Kendrick Lamar. It is not Universal's job to tell the DJ to play the song for the artist that's not being requested. If that was the case, the OJs would still be around. If that was the case, we would still have Isley Brothers records, right? Artists fall off. That happens. Artists have lulls in their careers. Artists have lulls in their run. Drake had an amazing run. And honestly, Drake is still doing well on streaming platforms. He just is. People have those songs they like about, yeah, okay, fine. But right now, at this very moment, Kendrick Lamar has the spotlight. Kendrick Lamar at this moment is that dude. Will that happen? Will that be a thing that lasts forever? Probably not. Nobody in the music business lasts forever. You have your times, right? You have time, excuse me. You have timeless albums. Thriller, Purple Rain, timeless. But artists are going to fade. Could it just be that Kendrick is hot and Drake is not? Could it just be that simple? Or does there have to be a sinister conspiracy theory behind it? I'm just saying. Rizzy Razi, I think you're right. Rizzy Razi says, I don't think Native's chat is a part of Umar's fan club. No. Mm-mm. Legacy Moon says, how does he hear it if he doesn't listen to either artist? I don't know. Honestly, Legacy Moon, the question is not how does he hear it? How does he identify it? If you were to tell me that you heard, I don't know, REO Speedwagon, I know that REO Speedwagon is a group. I know that they've made music. But if I'm walking through Kroger and an REO Speedwagon song come on, I would not know who the hell that was because I don't listen to them. So Legacy Moon, my question becomes, how did he identify that that was Kendrick Lamar? How did he know? Did he ask one of his snow bunnies? Did he say, who is that? How did he know that he was listening to Kendrick? How did he not know he was listening to Drake? He could have been listening to Drake and he didn't know it. According to him, he don't listen to either one, right? Thank you, Golden Pearl. That's exactly the point I was making. Them folks say the streaming platforms are going to make you listen to some Drake. Yeah. He's not completely out, which is why the lawsuit did not go anywhere, which is why it was withdrawn, because it made no sense. The lawsuit was purely retaliation for Not Like Us dissing him to the point to where he literally can't make a record no more. That's all it is. Extra AF says the dipshit that's a Pan-African scammer pretending to be a doctor doesn't listen to their music, but the thesaurus studying sellout that bangs snow bunnies like a rabbit plays DNA while he knocks them up. Planning on doing this today. Now, extra AF, I was trying to avoid that at all costs. I really was. But I could tell that that's what you wanted. I could tell that's what you were trying to get to. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dimples Wimples, I ain't want to. I really didn't. Hurt me more than it hurts you. It really does. Them folks say you could put on a 1970s easy listening and it was and they will sneak some Drake with a perm and a tank top. It's funny that you say that, because sometimes when I don't listen to Spotify anymore, but when I used to, it would be weird. Like, you would put on a Spotify playlist and you would hear some stuff and you'd be like, where y'all get that from? That had nothing to do with this. Like, you could listen to Michael Jackson radio, right? You'll hear some Madonna, you'll hear some Culture Club, some Billy Ocean, some Michael Jackson, some Prince. And then all of a sudden, Usher will come on. You're like, whoa. Wait. Why y'all put Usher in all this great 80s music? I mean, it just doesn't fit. So, yeah, you're right, them folks, they do stuff like that. That does happen. That absolutely does happen. Them folks said, I don't see anything said deserve the furnace. Sounded true to me. It was absolutely true. It was the audacity. Them folks, the audacity. Yes. Let's listen to some more Dr. Umar. He always looks scared. Look at him. He looks scared as hell. Look at him. Mm-hmm.
And mind you, even though I don't listen to them personally, I'm in the airports all the time. I'm in hotels all the time. I'm on interviews all the time.
So at the airport, you were able to make a decision in the airport. Think about what he's saying, y'all. He's able to make a factual decision in an airport, in a studio, that Universal Music Group is suppressing Dre because the most popular artist with the most popular song is being played all the time. I could have swore that was the reason why it's popular. But, what do I know? I'm not a doctor.
I'm in radio stations all the time. I'm in, black cars all the time. I'm around enough other people, Art, that I know what people are listening to.
Okay, he's basing it on what other people are listening to. So again, if a song is popular, I'm old enough to remember when Thriller came out. All right. I'm old enough to remember when Billie Jean was on the radio. And let me just tell y'all this. If you were not there, if you are not old enough to remember when Billie Jean came out, those of us who were can tell you that song was everywhere. Okay. That song was everywhere, literally. You could not escape Billie Jean. Now, at the time, Michael Jackson was on Epic Records. Now, did the other artists come out and say, oh my God, you're suppressing our record. You're suppressing our song because you're putting Michael Jackson out. No, Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. There was no stopping Michael Jackson. Everybody wanted, the demand for Michael Jackson was ridiculous. Thriller was everywhere. But according to his logic, Epic Records was suppressing the other Epic artists. Make it make sense. I mean, make it make sense, Extra AF. You couldn't say you didn't listen to Michael Jackson. You know why? Because you had no choice. Billie Jean was everywhere. I mean, it was absolutely like, I mean, when I say everywhere, that is not an exaggeration, y'all. I remember being a kid and it was just like, you know, when you turn on the TV, it was the video. When you turn on the radio, and radio then wasn't as segregated as it is now. So it didn't matter which radio station you put it on. Billie Jean was going to be played. You knew that video. We was all trying to figure out how the pavement was lighting up in the video every time he took a step. You know, people had them high waters with the socks. You know, there was a tiger at the end of the video for some reason. Still don't know why. But yeah. So Dr. Umar is sitting here trying to act like he don't understand the way music works in the music business, right? Shay B, I know you was. Shay B, I told Vila, no, I don't know who's a bigger Michael Jackson fan, you or her. But I think I might give it to you. I might give it to Shay B. I don't know, Vila, no. You might edge her out, but let me tell you, Shay B loves some Michael Jackson. She do. This I know. This I know. But we're talking about popular songs, popular music, right? But he's saying that he's hung out in all these places and he can make the determination that Drake's music is being suppressed. That's what this dumbass is saying.
And what's on the radio is Kendrick and not Drake as much. And so to the point, does Drake have a case that Universal Music Group is suppressing his music, suppressing his marketing, and promoting Kendrick? Absolutely. He has a case.
He has no case, which is why it went nowhere. Which is why it went nowhere. There's not a docket anywhere with this case on it. Why? Because Drake pulled it back because it made no sense. Villanor and Shay B, calm down, okay? We're about to have a fight in the chat. Both of y'all love Michael Jackson, okay? Both of y'all like Michael Jackson. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, okay? Now, y'all work it out. Okay, y'all work it out. It's gonna be okay. Y'all work it out. All right, and while y'all work it out, I'm gonna read this comment from Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Okay, all right. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, I have a question about Umar. I've listened to his content here and there, and it's usually misdiagnosed. So, is he a doctor through practice, or is it just him that thinks he has the intellect to be a doctor? I don't think he has a degree that says he's a doctor. I really do believe that he puts it in front of his name and people have just fallen for it because Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, a man with this intelligence, could never be an actual doctor. Yeah. He's pretty dumb. He's pretty dumb. Oh my. Villanor, it's okay. Look, Villanor, did you ever think, Villanor, that maybe, just maybe, Shay B and yourself could be at the same level of Michael Jackson fandom? You know, all those little cussing emojis might not even be necessary because you can bond over your love for Michael Jackson. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Okay. So you can take down all your little, you know, your cussing things. You don't have to cuss at nobody today. All right. Texas Toy said, let's decide with a Michael Jackson cahoots game. Villanora, Shay, are y'all interested in battling that out in cahoots? Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Villanova, that's not what you said, Native. What didn't I say? I'm trying to bring peace to the valley. Okay. All right. And I'm pretty sure that Shay B agrees with me, okay? Because Shay B said never. Okay. All right. My bad. Shay B does not agree with me. Only room for one true MJJ lover. Okay. There's room for more than one. But if y'all want to look, if y'all want to take it to the Kahoot streets, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. Yeah. Yeah. To settle the beef, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. Oh my God. Why are y'all so competitive? Listen. Villanora, what I said was, excuse me, it may be close. I said she may have you by a little bit. But then I also said that, y'all are pretty close. Both of y'all love Michael Jackson. So, just saying. Extra F said, I think we have to. Look, Extra F, I'm not trying to divide the chat. Okay, I'm not trying to divide the chat between Team Villanora and Team Shay B. Okay. I thought that we could come to a mutual agreement that both of them love. I love Prince. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Prince fan. We are a Prince community, and I thought maybe Shay B and Villanora could be, in the Michael Jackson community together. Okay. Look, Texas Toy, maybe I did. Maybe I did, Texas Toy. Okay, but you're not helping right now. Okay, I'm trying to, Look, Muffin 218. It has nothing to do with me. This is about Michael Jackson. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on, Ducky Dexter. Wait, what you mean? What you mean you the biggest fan? Okay, listen. We getting away from the topic. Oh God, we get away from the topic. And here come Extra AF say I love Prince too. See, now I'm starting to understand how you got your name, Extra AF. Goodness gracious. You love Prince too? Okay. All right. Well, we'll do a Prince one. Yeah, I will win. I will win the Prince, okay? I will win the Prince. All right. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get back to this. We're going to figure out this whole Shay B Villanora thing, and we're going to get back to this and listen to him explain how Drake's music is being suppressed, okay?
He definitely has a case. No, anybody who's looking at this objectively has to admit Drake has a case.
He doesn't have a case.
Even if Drake's music is, I keep mixing them up. Even if Kendrick's music is better, even if Kendrick's music is better than Drake, they're still not promoting Drake enough. And Drake is as.
It's because you can't tell a DJ to play an artist who is not popular. Popular has nothing to do with promotion. You can promote an album all you want to, but if the people are not digging it, if the people are not demanding it, there's no obligation for it to be played, you idiot. But let's listen to him. Let's listen.
As accomplished as Kendrick. I even read something that he kind of is outdistancing Kendrick on a couple of different musical parameters, right?
Musical parameters. Yeah, he's talking about streaming services. Yes. where Drake has more plays than Kendrick. So he's really contradicting himself. But he kind of has to right now.
But Kendrick is outdistancing him on a couple of different music parameters as well. But at the end of the day, all things considered equal, I think they should probably get the same amount of radio play, Art. And the fact that they're not clearly says Universal is pumping Kendrick and suppressing Drake.
So again, let's think about what he's saying. Let's think about what he's saying. If two artists are on the same label and one artist is hotter than the other artist, what he's saying should happen is both of their music should be played equally. Even though ain't nobody checking for Dre right now. Ain't nobody checking for Dre. Ain't nobody checking for Drake. Ain't nobody thinking about Drake. And don't nobody want to hear Drake sing a song. Don't nobody who want to hear Drake talk about how he love you and how he gonna miss you. No, what people want to hear is what? They not like us. They not like us. That's what they want to hear. The thing he's leaving out of his equation is demand, right? Demand is what presses everything. Do y'all happen to remember Clear Pepsi? Do y'all happen to remember Clear Pepsi? Clear Pepsi came out and the Pepsi people put it in the store. Dimples Wumples, you with me? You remember Clear Pepsi, right? It was Pepsi, but it was clear, Bella. If Umar Johnson was the CEO of Pepsi, Clear Pepsi would still be produced and would still be put in the store. Why? Because this idiot would say that even though ain't nobody buying Clear Pepsi, nobody picks it up, nobody likes it. Ducky Dexter said it was horrible. Extra AF said it was gross. Clear Pepsi was ferocious, according to Dimples Wimples. Now, if Pepsi had this man on their board at that time, what this idiot would have told them is even though nobody's buying Clear Pepsi, nobody likes Clear Pepsi, we're going to continue to make Clear Pepsi and we're going to put it next to regular Pepsi equally. That's what this idiot, that's the logic that he is using right now. Listen, Miss Boogie down south, we left it there too. Okay? Trust me when I tell you, we left the Clear Pepsi on the shelf. Ain't nobody asked for it, and ain't nobody want it. Okay? So, but Miss Boogie Down, if you listen to what he's saying and listen to the way he thinks about things, Clear Pepsi would still be being manufactured. It would still be on the shelf, and nobody would still be buying it. Because when you say that you hear one artist more than you hear the other artist, it has nothing to do with suppression. It has everything to do with popularity and demand. And this man who has a doctor, has doctor in front of his name. Yes, Magic City's finest, Clear Pepsi. Take a quick Google search of it, and it was awful. It was absolutely terrible. This is the thought process, right? We don't want to suppress Clear Pepsi, so we're gonna keep putting it out, even though ain't nobody buying it. Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery says Umar would call Clear Pepsi a bunny soda. Bunny soda, that is hilarious. Y'all are cracking me up today.
And Drake is also alleging that Universal Music knew that Kendrick was going to subliminally accuse Drake of inappropriate relations with children in that song.
Let me ask y'all this. How come nobody that we listen to knows what subliminal is? Oh my God. Oh my God. Is subliminal that hard of a word, y'all? Because I didn't think it was. The line in the song, he says, if you have a little sister, keep her from around him. That's not subliminal. That's very direct. Subliminal is something that is not direct. Hey, Drake, aren't you tired? He wants to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Y'all do realize that that's not what subliminal is, and that's not what Drake, what Kendrick did. Kendrick Lamar did not take a subliminal shot. He took a direct shot at Drake. But how come Nesto don't know what it is? Nobody knows what subliminal is, and I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. Like super concerned. I mean, I'm just saying. Black but not better said, off topic, I just received my first place prize for Cahoots. Thank you, Native Tribe Urban Media. You are more than welcome. Black but not bitter. Glad that it got there. Okay. Texas Toy. You realize he had a whole Caesar Superdome full of people saying last night, A minor. You know that happened, right? On national TV in front of God and everybody. I'm just saying. But he said that it was a subliminal shot at him. Yeah. Legacy Moon said Kendrick flat out said it, right. Ms. HLS said Kendrick is diabolical, and I love it, but diabolical in that good way. It's kind of like when John Lewis said make some good trouble. Kendrick Lamar is that good diabolical, right? He is diabolical for the culture and not diabolical against the culture, unlike this man that's on the screen right now. Yeah. Let's listen to the rest of this logic.
And Drake feels like they should have made him delete that line, or they should at least have made him aware that Kendrick was about to publish a diss track.
How come this man ain't never heard rap before? I mean, was Cool Mo D made aware that LL Cool J was about to put out I'm Gonna Knock You Out? Mama said knock you out? Did NWA get notice that No Vaseline was coming from Ice Cube? Or is this just the way rap has worked over all these decades that we have listened to rappers go back and forth with each other, regardless of label, regardless of anything else? It's been competitive from the beginning. And now Dr. Umar and Drake believe that there should be warning shots. Nah. The one thing I appreciate about Kendrick Lamar is that he does possess some of that old school zeal when it comes to rap. And the one thing that rappers have never, ever done is showed their hand. Because Dr. Umar, if Drake had gotten this information, if Drake had known that there was going to be something that he didn't like in the diss track, what you think Drake would have did? Yeah. He would have been forewarned. Now, in your quest for fairness, how is that fair if he knows what's coming and can write a song immediately countering what he knows is coming in Kendrick's song. You also claim that Universal knew this. How do you know that they knew this? What evidence do you present since you know that Drake has a rock solid case, Dr. Umar? I'm just curious as to what you're saying and how do we know that what you're saying is true? Which, by the way, y'all, he's looking up right now, which means that what he's saying is not fact-based. What he's saying as he's looking up is what is coming to mind. Okay? All right. Let's listen.
That accuses you of sexually inappropriate behavior with children, he did have a right to know that.
He didn't have a right to know that. He didn't have a right to know that. And again, looking up, nothing he's saying right now is fact-based. All right? He didn't have a right to know that. Not at all. Not one little bit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And let's keep in mind, Not Like Us is not the first record in this battle. Not Like Us is what finished the battle. So if what you're saying is true about Kendrick's record, which by the way, Dr. Umar, you've never listened to this song according to you. How do you even know this is in the song? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You are my music company. You should let me know what's about to be said about me so I can prepare myself, and you didn't. But more than that.
But if you are a rapper, okay, and this is coming from someone who was in the business for 18 years. I understand all the behind the scenes stuff. I understand rap better than most, okay? If you are a rapper and that is what you say that you do, you say this is what you do, this is your genre, this is your game. Drake said in that one commercial, y'all remember the commercial? First name greatest, last name ever, right? You're the greatest ever. That's what he said. If you're the greatest ever, that's your claim to fame. That's what Drake said. Why does it matter whether you have time to prepare when you've already been battling this man in the studio? You've already been going back and forth with your records. Now, all of a sudden, you need a warning shot. Make it make sense. Absolutely, he did, Jet Black Straight. Let me put Jet Black Straight's comment on the screen for y'all. Didn't Drake call Kendrick Lamar a woman beater? He did. He accused him of domestic violence, Dr. Umar. He got no warning about that, Dr. Umar, and he came back with Not Like Us. Because unlike Drake, Kendrick Lamar is an artist. He's not just a rapper. Okay? Absolutely, X-Ray. Absolutely. All the songs were very nasty. Drake said K. Dot hit his girl. That is what he said. I'm just saying. Let's listen to the end of this.
You should have stopped him from releasing that line because people are going to believe it even if it's not true, and that can hurt my sales. So
again, this is the importance of, if you're going to speak on something, make yourself aware of what you're speaking on, right? If you're going to sit in a chair, which by the way, chair looks like it's struggling a little bit right now, but if you're going to sit on a chair and talk about two people and their musical beef, and you say that you've never heard their music because you do not like the people that they are dating, that has prevented you from doing research. You cannot be an expert on the subject. That is why he continues to look up. It's because he's trying to center his brain to find a way to answer this question and still sound intelligent. He is not sounding intelligent at all.
I do believe Drake has a case, and I think the best way to handle this, honestly, maybe let Drake go. Maybe Drake is ready to go independent. Maybe Drake wants to go over to Sony. I don't know, Art. You know what I mean? I think Drake can handle his own independently. I mean, he is one of the most successful Black musicians ever.
He's one of the most successful Black musicians ever. We will do research to say that that's not true. But I mean, it doesn't take away from his success. Don't get me wrong. But ever, watch this, Dr. Umar. Hey, Shay B, V. Lenore, how many records did Thriller sell? Okay, I'm gonna let them type that in the chat, Dr. Umar. But I got some contention on that one. Legacy Moon, he is pulling a Sonya right now, where he is not giving us any actual stats, because, and this is why I'm pointing out to you. This is why I'm pointing out to you that he keeps looking up, because nothing that he's saying is fact-based. Nothing. Okay. LA 747 says he's the top rapper ever, I believe. You know who has the #1 rap single ever? LA 747. You know who the top 2 rap singles are in the category of rap? Because he said musicians, Black musicians of all time. But just in the category of rap, LA 747, do you know what the #1 rap single of all time is? Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yep. Still to this day. Now, Shay B, I don't know what happened to V. Lenore, but Shay B says 70 million worldwide. 70 million. Just to put it in perspective, when you take it out of the rap category and put it into the music category, is where he loses me with Drake. But, you know, whatever. Exactly, LA 747. You're right. Absolutely. There are many categories of top. Absolutely, there are. Snowbird says Umar is an educated fool. I refuse to call him doctor. What he doesn't know is scary, right? Say Jay said Mike is still the king in that category of all times. Yes, he is. My. Let's listen. Let's listen to him say something else that's gonna make me mad. Hold on.
You know, he's broken records from, you know, R&B and pop artists, you know, so I think they probably need to let him go. They're definitely.
So he's broken records. He's a top artist. Universal Music Group is going to take an artist who has broken records and is one of their top artists and let him go sign somewhere else. Right? Retro in my fro. Tell me, does that make sense? When you have a record-breaking artist, an artist who has sold all these records, has all these streams, you're gonna make the executive decision, Ducky Dexter. You're gonna make the executive decision to let him go sign somewhere else. And this man wants to open a school. Look, y'all. Y'all have to understand where I'm going with this. This man who just said that is going to open a school. Not that he's going to teach at it, but he will have influence over who the teachers are and what the subject matter is, right? This man wants to open a school. All right.
You're going to have to prove that they did not side with Kendrick in this beef. And I think they did, you know, but I'm not saying, you know, nothing, you know, I'm not shooting Kendrick down.
But you are. All you've done in this whole interview is shoot Kendrick down. What are you talking about?
And I'm not lifting Drake up. As I said, they're both bunny hoppers. So I'm not going to listen to either one of them until they stop bunny hopping.
How many bunny hop drinks y'all done took? How many bunny hop drinks y'all done took? Say, Jay, I told you about the body language. I told you. Look. I told you about the body language. He can't look at he's thinking. His brain is trying to come up with an answer. That's why he's rambling. That's why he keeps referencing the bunny hop. It's because he doesn't have an answer to these questions or to this one question.
Or until Kendrick's wife decided to be full-time African, then that's another, fiance decides to be
full-time African. Full-time African. Let me see. Do I have any full-time Africans in the chat? Oh, Chanel Heslop. Chanel Heslop. My full-time African is in the chat. Chanel Heslop is in South Africa. She is on the continent of Africa. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that Chanel Heslop, you are a full-time African. The rest of us need to do better. We need to do better according to this man on the screen. Heslop is the only full-time African. The rest of us are part-time African. Black but not bitter say he's full-time ignorant. He absolutely is, y'all. He absolutely is. Let's listen on. Let's listen.
Full-time African, that's another conversation. But I like the guys. I like them both. Can't listen to them for obvious political reasons, but I do think Universal sided with Kendrick.
There is no obvious political reason. Okay.
Kendrick, and I think that Drake has a right to push forth his lawsuit. Is he a little bitter that he lost the beef? Sure, he's a little bitter that he lost the beef.
How does he know he lost the beef when he doesn't listen to the music, y'all? How?
Beef. But losing the beef ain't got nothing to do with my music label overly promoting my adversary.
But it does, because his song was more popular, you dumbass. Let's just finish this.
And not sufficiently promoting me. It's not acceptable. I think he has a case.
Yo. That, my friend. That, my friends, was Dr. Umar. One of the most ignorant people walking the planet. And this was ignorance in real time. Listen, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. I thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with me on a Monday afternoon. Now, you know what's going to be more fun? Hanging out with me on a Monday night. We have our I'll Do It on Monday tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Feel free to come over, bring a friend. We're going to have some fun. You all know that I'll Do It on Monday is where we do our video review, which means we'll be able to see Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III and all her fake alopecia. Yes, we will. And we are going to talk about a jail visit tonight. So I'll Do It on Monday, 8 p.m. tonight. Thank you all for coming through, hanging out with me this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you for all the super chats, super stickers, any of the cash apps that were sent in. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting this channel and supporting me in turn. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful. You are loved and you are blessed. And there isn't anything that anybody can do about that, not even you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, folks. I will see you all tonight.